right, I'm gonna start sharing. Normally, I like to share, like converse, when people trigger a word association. They're talking about something. I like it to be a two-way interaction, right? Because my brain doesn't have to store the memory. That's wasted space. Well, not wasted space, but the program stuff, the knowing or whatever. Like you don't hold on to that because you don't need it. If you want to look at it in like a scientific way, we have that prefrontal cortex, right? And it's the part of your brain that might take in stimuli, data, and then process it, categorize it, and put it where it needs to go in the brain, and then dictate how you should respond based on your memory. But somebody or some people, a lot of neurodivergent people with damaged frontal cortexes, they have lots of different ways of labeling it. Williams syndrome, it's kind of like the purest fool. They used to be protected. People with this disorder, but it's not a disorder. Basically, when you can bypass that prefrontal cortex and just tap right into the subconscious, like the information's already there, like the ancient pathways and stuff like that. And then you don't have to think about stuff. You're not really worried about the future, not worried about the past. It actually makes it really hard to like comprehend those things. You like your concept of time, your concept of like saving. They do the whole marshmallow test. Like you can have one marshmallow now, right? Or you can have, you can wait and take 2 marshmallows. And people who they bypass and they're like, fuck that, I'm not worried about saving, I'm fucking abundant. They're like, before you even finish speaking, they take the 1 marshmallow, right? And they say that's a bad thing. No. Oh, you have fear of lack? You need to hoard your food? No. What other things with this? That you have an innate large access to the linguistic side of the access to language. So a lot of people with the neurodivergent things going on, maybe even labeled like with severe learning disabilities, actually have these immense capabilities of public speaking, of music, of singing, perfect pitch, perfect timing, perfect rhythm, the ability to use language very intellectually and deliver it, even though they can't spell, right? Going back to the Williams syndrome, it was called something else before that. And there's not much content on it, but it's like actually like a pure fool, right? Yeah, the stuff you find online is like talks about being overly friendly and trusting, too friendly and trusting, too social, doesn't know social boundaries, acts on desires, will interrupt, will like follow like their highest desires, maybe hypersexual. And they don't really hide that. Don't identify with gender so much. They like what they like. They like a rock. They want to touch the rock sexually. They touch the rock sexually. They like a girl. They're like, you're fucking hot. I like you. Right. And because of like social stigmas or whatever, they're not overly accepted. They're actually like, if you look at some of the info out there, it's like would make great Walmart greeters or restaurant greeters, like great greeters, right? And don't know social cues. So I didn't know I was going to be talking about this, but I guess we're talking about the fool and social programming and what is intelligence. What is intelligence? Well, maybe in our culture today, we look at intelligence as the ability to take in data and memorize it and regurgitate it. But in my fair opinion, from what I've seen in my experience of like working with a lot of people and hiring people and that kind of thing, that don't make somebody intelligent. It's the intuitive emotional intelligence. You need both, but like the intuitive emotional intelligence that you maybe can't teach. These are the kind of intelligence that are like, these people are kind of not walked all over, but like, yeah, it's the people working in your hospitality sectors, right? You know what it takes to be a good waitress? Like actually good at it? Like anybody who wants to study psychology should go wait tables for like a fucking year to be able to navigate social dynamics, little social dynamics, pick up on those things and really see people and like be able to be like, you know what? It's not me. Like there's like, you want to know thyself, know yourself, and like have to, you know, deal with fuckery, I guess. That's a good place for it. But eventually you'll also get to a point of like, when we look at our labor and that kind of thing, emotional labor is a thing, right? And when we say things like sorry when we don't mean it, oh, I'm sorry your dinner took too long when you're waiting tables. And you have to like be this person that you're not, how unintegral it is, right? So the more you evolve, it gets really hard to do those things. It's really hard to do those things. So breaking our social norms and being more like our perfect Williams fool is exactly what we need to do, right? We don't need to, but it might be kind of beautiful. Who knows? When we don't give in to the social programming that maybe from a young age you were told, no, don't do that, wrong, dumb, bad, ta-ta. Oh, look both ways before you cross the street. You're going to die. Everywhere you're going to die, dumb. Like you fucking, you sponge that stuff in, right? You come up with all sorts of like complexes for where to get your power from, or you need validation from outside yourself. But all these things can be easily undone. Yeah. And you're the one that can undo it, right? Nothing outside of yourself. You can. To drop the social programming and to get to know yourself so you can recognize what is you, what do you actually believe when you speak. So much so that when the words you speak, you feel them in your body. Body. How do I feel? Right? Like, get to know your own voice, sound. Get to interact with elements outside nature. Know yourself so much that all you can really see is yourself. Not in the sense of I am one, but everybody kind of serves me as a mirror in a sense, because I'm that loved, that I'm given all that I need, whether it be difficult, hardship, or pleasant, or pain, or whatever, that is all in service to you. It's a flawless system, truly. Flawless. Incorruptible. Perfect. The things you are complaining about or seeing, it's for you. It's a gift. It's a beautiful puzzle. Anyways, toodaloosh for now.